Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels. Welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio, where every Saturday morning we're here. We always have exciting activities. We have our opportunities. We have usually we have various guests, and this morning we have a full house. It's been a few months of full houses, it seems. And this week we have with us some very, 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 very important special people. My name is Zanella Claxton, and I'm here with she's a special lady to me too. My godmother is in the studio with me, but she's not here as my godmother. She's here for another reason. Introduce yourself, please.
Good morning, listening audience. My name is Shirley Wilkes, and I am together with Joyce Movin. We are cheering the Talented Youth pageant just for this year. We have been with Talented Youth since 2001. We took a break back in 2014. But for this 45th anniversary, we decided just to take it for this year.
All right. And then you have with you some children.
Yes, the contestants are here, all 5 schools. You might be wondering, it's 45 years and we only have 5 schools. Let me tell you, each school represents 9 years.
Okay. So we've made it when you combine them. They're carrying some, as Mr. Herbert would say, they're heavyweights. They're carrying some great, tremendous responsibility. But we need to get to know who our children are, and we're going to start off with our first participants. Introduce yourself, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Janai Matthew, and I attend the St. Thomas's Primary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anushka Newton, and I attend the Chatham Primary School.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zidan Hall, and I attend the Charleston Primary School.
My name is Kikona. Good morning. My name is Kikona Charles, and I attend the Ivor Waters Primary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lishane Mattis, and I attend the Ivor Waters Primary School.
Good morning, listening audience. My name is Sanaa Claxton, and I represent the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brad George, and I attend the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tiana Griffin, and I attend the Joycelyn Labor Primary School.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shama Utley, and I am representing the Joycelyn Labor Primary School.
All right. So now that we have an idea of who the persons are in the studio with us this morning, I'd like to get to know our participants better. I know they're all excited to tell you about their show, but I want to know a bit more, just like you. What they like, what their favorite subjects are. So we're going to have a chit-chat with some of the participants, and then we'll move on to talk a bit about the show. Janaya? What is your favorite subject at school?
Mathematics.
Your favorite subject is mathematics? And tell us a bit about the things that you like to do outside of school. I know you like to study and you like to, listen in class. And what do you like to do outside of school? Or what we call it, your hobbies, what you like to do in your spare time.
Watch a movie.
You like to watch movies? You have any idea what your favorite movie is?
I don't have a favorite
You don't?
movie.
You just like all of them? Okay, awesome. Okay, Anushka. What grade are you in, Anushka?
Grade 5.
You're in grade 5. And what is your favorite subject?
English.
What's the name of your teacher?
Miss Broadbelt.
Okay, Miss Broadbelt is your teacher. So tell me what you do in your spare time when you're not preparing for the show and when you're not studying at school. What do you do?
Dance and read.
You dance and you read. Are you in a dance company or?
Yes.
Okay, which company are you in?
Leap.
No, you're in Leap. Okay, so you're in Leap Nevis. Okay, over to Zidane. Zidane, the audience wants to know. Everybody out there wants to know. What grade are you in?
I'm in grade 6.
You're in grade 6, and what is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
And your teacher's name?
Miss Daniel.
Miss Daniel? Okay, awesome. And what do you do in your spare time?
I play a game of football.
Ooh, are you part of a team?
No, not yet.
You sure you're not part of a team?
No, not yet.
Are you not part of your school's team?
Nope.
Oh! Not yet. You know what I love about Zidane? Zidane, you know when he says not yet, you know what that means, everybody? That. Thank you. He's going to be in it someday. And so, Zidane, we are looking forward to seeing you not only on your school's team, we're looking forward to seeing you in one of our clubs. Which area do you live in?
Cherry
In
Garden.
Cherry Garden. I know that Mr. Pastor Claxton and Mr. Lee, they all have activities happening over there in Cherry Garden, so make sure that you're playing with them. And when you're finished with the club level, I look forward to seeing you on the national level, that you're going to represent St. Kitts and Nevis all over. There are some footballers out there right now, under 20, I think, and they are out competing. And in the upcoming weeks, you're going to have several championships coming up. So I'm looking forward to seeing you as a football powerhouse, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, Kikona, tell me a bit about you. What is your favorite subject there?
Mathematics.
Your favorite subject is mathematics, and who's your teacher?
Mrs. Clark.
Mrs. Clark. And what do you do in your spare time?
I dance.
You dance. Are you part of a dance company or?
Well, used to be.
Okay. What was the name of the one that you used to be?
Shakina dance. Theater.
Okay. But do you still dance at home? Or okay. At school? Are
Yeah,
you
and churches.
on church? Okay. So you dance all over. Do you have a favorite song that you dance to?
No.
No, you just like to dance.
Yeah.
What about a favorite genre? That means, do you like hip hop? Do you like ballet? Do you like contemporary? Do you like jazz? Do you like to dance to rap? Do you have a favorite genre that you?
Ballet and just like normal dancing.
Yes, creative movement,
Yeah,
liturgical
creative,
dancing.
yeah.
Yes, okay. Because for church, you generally do a lot of liturgical dancing. Awesome. Okay. Sonar. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get in trouble with Lishane this morning. Lishane, what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 6.
Okay. And what is your teacher's name?
Miss Clark.
Miss Clark is your teacher as well. And what is your favorite subject?
Science.
Science. Oh, you're going to be a scientist?
No.
No. What are you going to be? What do you think? What are you planning to be?
The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm done. I have my boss in the house. We have the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis here this morning, Lishane. Well, you know, we are fully in support of you in this pageant and on that path as well. We are supporting you. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Dance.
You dance?
Yeah.
Are you part of a dance group or a dance company?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You used to be?
Yeah.
Where?
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
What was the name of the company?
I don't quite remember because it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Do you have a favorite genre?
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay, awesome. All right, Sana. Okay, Sana, what grade are you in?
Grade 5.
Okay, and your teacher's name is?
Miss Fraser.
Miss Fraser is a teacher, and what is your favorite subject?
Language.
Language arts. Which part of language arts do you like? Do you like the essay writing part, or do you like the grammar part? You know, the paper.
Essay.
The essay? Really? Okay. What type of compositions do you like? The narratives, the descriptives, the expository. You know, how to make something, how to do something, or the 2 reasons why we should or should not do something.
Expository.
Expository. Okay. All right. Awesome. And what do you do in your spare time?
Dance.
You know what? We have a dance company in here, Miss Wilkes. We have a dance company. You have males and females who like to dance. And you're part of a dance group?
Yes, Leap Nevis.
You're part of Leap Nevis. And what is your favorite genre? Do you have one?
Hip hop.
You like hip hop? Well, we have a lot of hip hop. We have to get some people who like soca and calypso and reggae.
And African.
An African movement. You like reggae? Okay, awesome. All right. Over to Brad. Brad, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 5 going to grade 6.
Well, that's true. You're moving on up. Grade 5, moving to grade 6. And who was your teacher when you were in grade 5?
Miss Kishana Fraser Hobson.
Okay, nice. And what is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
And what do you do in your spare time?
I play cricket, I play football, I listen to music, and I play games.
You know you have a very busy life. Do you ever say, I'm bored? Do you ever say that?
All the time.
And you have so many things going on, Brad? Really? I don't know if it's typical of their age. They're always bored. And so you play cricket, you play football. Are you part of any clubs or organizations?
I was when I used to live in Cherry Garden, but now I'm part of the cricket team and football team for my school.
Okay, wonderful. You might want to call up your old coaches from Cherry Garden. They might pick you up. You never know. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Over to Tiana. Tiana, what grade are you in?
Grade 6, going to high school.
You're going to high school. You ready for high school?
Yes.
You ready? You know you have a long time to wait, right? It's a long summer. Okay. And who was your teacher in grade 6?
Miss Brittany Brooks.
Miss Brittany Brooks. What was your favorite subject, or what is your favorite subject?
Social studies.
Nice. And do you know, or what hobbies do you have? What do you do in your spare time?
Dance. Eat.
At least Tiana is being honest. She doesn't just dance, she eats, and some people do that in their spare time. What's your favorite snack?
Everything.
Every snack. What's your favorite meal or food?
Mashed potato and chicken.
Oh, nice. That's one of my favorite sweets, easy to cook. And Tiana, are you part of a group or a company, a dance group or a dance company?
Used to.
Okay, which one?
Shikaina.
Okay. All right, so we have a lot of experienced dancers in the house. They're not just dancers, they're experienced dancers. So I'm looking forward, Miss Wilkes, to a very exquisite intro number that and talent. Yes. And then after that, we form a little group here of the dancers of 2019. Okay, Shamar? How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, wonderful. And what grade are you in?
Grade 6, going to high school.
Okay, and you're ready for high school as well?
Yes.
You ready to go tomorrow, or you could wait out the summer?
Depends.
I wonder what it depends on, Shamar.
Depends on my mood.
On your mood. But you know what? You know when you get to high school in September, that it doesn't matter what your mood is, you kind of have to stay the course and give it your best shot the whole time, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And who was your grade 6 teacher?
This is Martha Bishop.
Okay. And your favorite subject?
I say language arts.
Which part of it?
Verbal reasoning.
Wow. Okay. You realize they're hitting me really hard this morning. Verbal reasoning. And what do you do in your spare time?
Play sports, mix music, drum.
You mix music?
A little DJing.
A little bit. Shamar is saying it to me like it's no big deal. You know, I just do a little DJing. You know, I don't know how to DJ. So who taught you how to mix music?
Nobody.
Well, you just figured it out?
Just went on the laptop and started doing some stuff.
Okay, but what software do you use? Do you use the software or do you...
u.dj.com.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Website. I'll make sure I notice u.dj.com.
Yes.
Y-O-U or...
Y-O-U.
Y-O-U. u.dj.com. Okay. And what the... So your favorite hobby of all the things that you do, which one is your favorite thing to do?
Drumming.
What kind of drumming do you? African drumming or the drum set?
I play drum set and in the marching band.
Oh, okay. So you play the drum set where?
Depends, like in church and so.
Okay, depends. But these children are they're very wise, I must say. Okay, we're going to take a short break. We got to know a little bit about you. We'll get to know a little bit more, and then we'll talk about your show in a few minutes, okay?
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past this quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go. learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Sugar City St. Kitts. Keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
All right, so we are back in the studio. We took a short break, but we are here with the wonderful 10 students, terrific 10 students, or 9 of the terrific 10, who will be competing in the upcoming Talented Youth Pageant. And so we're going to talk a bit more now about the pageant and the experience that they have had so far. And so one of the things about pageants, and I'm sorry you didn't get to meet DeAndre. DeAndre is in studio, but because we're a little bit full, he's in Studio 1. But DeAndre came here maybe 2 years ago, just like you, and he's right over there. And he adjusted to the show like you were, and he has not left. I'm just saying, he comes every week. He decided that he liked the experience, and so he comes as my co-host every week. And so it's always a fun experience being here, but I'll make sure that you get to meet DeAndre after. So he was like you just about 2 years ago, right here in the studio, kind of like, yeah, I don't know what this is going to be like, right? Okay, so in terms of the pageant, though, I know that you have been doing several things. You've been doing some things to prepare to get ready. Has anybody in here been getting ready for the pageant? Yeah, I would hope so. Since when is the pageant? It's next Sunday. Okay, so we have the pageant next week, and so you are doing some preparations, and you're also participating in some activities. So tell me a bit about some of the activities that you have done together. What have you done together so far, or what do you have planned that you'll do together as a group? Okay, Shamar?
We went to the Premier's Cocktail.
Okay, you went to the Premier's Cocktail, and what happened at the Premier's Cocktail, Shamar? What did you like about it?
We got to interact more with everybody.
And so, do you have any new friends in the room? Anybody who you have met or interacted with, and you can consider that person your new friend?
Lishane, Zidane.
Okay, wonderful. So you have now you have 2. That means you have let me see if I can get my math right. You have what, 7 more? 7 more new friends to get by next week Sunday.
I know most of them.
Oh, you know most of them. Okay, all right. Okay, what were you going to say to me, Lishane?
Yeah, we were practicing the icebreaker together.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times have you practiced so far together?
2 times, but I wasn't there the first time.
Okay. And in practicing the icebreaker together, how has that experience been?
Good.
And does that help you to get to know more about each other, or?
Yeah.
It does? In what way? I'm hitting you some hard questions, Shane, because I know you can take them.
So if he's doing something wrong, and I say, hey, you're doing that wrong, we get to say, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And we become friends and stuff. If I do something wrong, he tells me and score.
So you're holding each other accountable. That's a good quality to have, and that's a great thing. Sometimes people think, oh, going into a pageant is just doing your talent or practicing, but you're learning some very important skills. Brad, you wanted to add something? Okay. All right. So any other activities that you've done together so far?
We had a photo shoot not too long ago at the Yachtsman Grill.
And how was that?
It was fun, but it was hot. and the photographers made me miss my cricket game.
Oh no. But guess what? You got to look awesome on the flyer.
Very awesome.
Oh my goodness. All right. What else do we have planned, or what else have we been doing so far together? Not separately yet, but together.
I heard that we have something next week, Thursday. the opening. So and they said we all have to go.
Okay, so you're going to see each other there again. Do you have anything else happening, girls? Is there anything happening today?
We have something this afternoon.
Okay, so I want to hear from one of the girls. My boys are very vocal. Yes, so okay, so Kikona,
We have social this afternoon.
what is this? What is social though?
Like we interact with each other and get to know each other better. We get to know each other better, and we interact with each other and make more friends.
Nice. Okay, and where are you going to have your social? Do you know? Okay, it's going to be at Double Deuce. All right. So you're looking forward to the social. So when you're together, what is it generally like? Is it like quiet, like you're in here in the studio with me, looking at me like right now? Is that what it's usually like when you're together? Okay, no. So who's going to tell me? One of the girls. Tell me what it's like when you're together. Another boys are rearing, and I've heard from Kikona. Any other girl? Tiana? Yes, when you're together, what is it generally like? Are we this quiet? Are we
No.
this reserved?
No.
Are we this shy?
No.
Tell me what it's like when we're together.
We talk, laugh together, all kind of stuff.
All right. Okay, so let's talk more about the show itself now. Okay? The show itself. So we're going to go to each school, and we're going to hear a bit about your preparations and all of that. But I want to hear about the show, and for those persons who are being very quiet with me, what rounds do you have for the show? How many rounds do you have? How many segments? Okay.
4, but 3 will be judged.
Okay, say it again for me, Shamar.
4, but 3 will be judged.
Okay, we have 4 segments, 3 of them will be judged. I need somebody else to tell me what the 4 segments are.
There'll be evening wear and I forgot the rest.
Oh gosh, this one here, you realize something about Mr. Brad? Mr. Brad is thinking about his appearance. Mr. Brad says
We
he
have
has
the
evening wear and something
wear,
else.
the icebreakers,
Uh-huh.
and what? We have the talent that will not be judged.
The talent will not be judged? Talent will be judged. The icebreaker wouldn't be judged. Okay. Kikona?
We have a segment celebrating our past winners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Celebrating our past winners. All right. Somebody else tell me what that segment is about. I haven't heard a thing from Anushka. Celebrate this. Kikona told us about the segment. Tell us what that means. Celebrating our past winners. What happens in that segment?
We talk about them and we tell people what they did in the past.
Oh, really? So those are persons, past winners for this pageant or past winners for any event? For this pageant? Okay. And were you assigned the winners, or did you get to pick who you want to depict on that night? Okay, Kikona? You're talking?
We get to pick.
You got to pick. So nobody knows who your person is, who you will be depicted as yet? No? No? So you know, but the audience doesn't know. So your friends in the room don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to see how much I can ask in terms of that. But so you have celebrating our past. You have icebreaker, celebrating our past winners, talent, and evening wear. Okay. And so at some point you have to speak outside of your talent. You have a speech. At which point do you have a speech? At your icebreaker or at your celebrating? At the icebreaker? Okay. Have you been practicing? Are we shy? Do I have 2 heads? I've been offering to sing to them all morning, listening audience, but now they want me to sing live on air. I'm not doing that. I was going to do it in studio. All right, so your preparation, so you have an icebreaker and introductory speech. You have your celebrating our past winners. And does the past winner have to be from your school, or it could be any past winner? Any past winner, okay. And then we have our talent. Well, this is my favorite part. I'm going to everybody, and they're going to tell me what their talent is for the night. So we're going to start up here with Tiana. Oh, let me start with Janaya. Janaya. With me? Okay. Janaya, so I know all these things about you, right? Some really juicy details. And everybody who's going to come to the show really wants to know. So their ears are like this now. They're getting closer to the radio. They're getting closer to the laptop because they want to know. What will Janaya and her classmate or her schoolmate be doing on that night, the night of the show, for your talent? Everybody comes to the show for the talent. What will you be doing?
You will have to come to the night at the show to see my talent.
So Janaya, you're not going to tell me we're good, we're friends in here, you know, it's a nice space and you're comfortable, and I'm even offering to sing for you, which is not my talent. You're not going to tell me your talent?
No.
No? Okay. Janaya is holding out on me, but I know that Anushka is going to help me. So Anushka and Zidane, tell me about your talent.
We can't tell you. It's a surprise. Come 7 p.m. sharp at the Nevis Culture Complex.
Okay, so come 7 o'clock sharp next Sunday. Zidane, please.
No, thank you.
Zidane is not telling me his talent, so Charleston Primary is holding out. Let's see if Ivor Walters is going to help me. Ivor Walters, what's happening on the night of the show during a talent segment?
Well, you have to come out 7 p.m. at 28th of July to witness our talent.
Okay, so Kikona is not helping me either. I'm like totally losing right now. But you know who has been really talking to me a lot this morning? Anybody can guess? Leshane has been talking to me, so I know he's going to tell me. Leshane, what's happening during the talent segment?
That's classified.
It's classified. All right, so I have a few more. Sanar, I've known you for a very long time, Sanar. The listening audience wants to know. I want to know. What's happening during your talent segment next Sunday?
Okay, I'm not going so easy on you, but I'm not telling you.
Oh my goodness, she's not going to tell me. But she still loves me. I get the love. All right, and this is another one. He's another one who has been talking to me a lot this morning. So I'm trying to see if he's going to help me. Are you going to help me, Brad?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe, maybe not. Well, I like the maybe, so let's go. Let's go with the maybe. I'm going with maybe. So you're going to tell me, Brad, what your talent is for next Sunday.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
You
the
can't do
person
that?
you have asked for the answer is unavailable right now.
They're being creative with me this morning in the studio. All right, Tiana. Tiana, none of the other schools have told me what their talent is going to be this evening. But Tiana, I know that you are a pretty amazing young lady, and I know that you're going to share with me and our entire listening audience what your talent is for this week, for next week.
On July the 28th, 7 p.m. sharp, the cultural complex is where you should be. So if you want to see our talent, mark the date and don't be late, for you'll be great.
Woo! Tiana had a speech for me. Shamar, last try.
Our talent will be pleasing the crowd.
Ooh, okay. Well, okay then. So, if you haven't gotten a wind of what's happening next week, they're tight-lipped. They're chaperones. I must applaud their chaperones because they really have prepared them. They're not letting it go. But they're tight-lipped, but they're promising us that if we come, if we're not late, that we will be pleased, that we will be impressed, that they will showcase some of their skills and some of their talents. I'm guessing that somebody in here might be dancing. I'm guessing that we might have a few who might be playing football, since we have some footballers, so we might do a football talent in here. I'm guessing we might have one or two soloists who are holding out. Maybe they can do a duet with me after the show. But they're not telling us, so all we can do is guess, right? Okay, so in terms of preparations, though, how have those been coming along? Have you been preparing a lot? Have you been practicing a lot? How does it feel for you to prepare as you go through that process? How have preparations been for you?
It's a good experience for me to do things that I did not know I could have done.
Okay, wonderful. Michelle?
It's hard. It gets me tired a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Gets me tired, and sometimes I have to stay up and try to learn something or do something that I can't do
Mhm.
that I should do.
Because you can't do it yet. Okay, wonderful. So now, how have practice sessions been going for you?
Preparations are coming out good. Most parts are challenging, but yeah, it's all good.
It's all good, yes. And in life, when you get challenges, you just keep going because you know you have to triumph over them, right? Kikona, how have preparations been going?
Preparations are going good, but some of them are challenging. But we have to conquer the challenges, and because we know in the end it will be good. And we know in the end it will be good, and it will be worth it.
Okay, wonderful. How are preparations going for you, Anushka?
It's been going good. It is very frustrating and very tiring, but it's going good.
But guess what? Out of the frustrations and the fatigue, another word for tiring, you hear that? I like what I'm hearing. I'm hearing positivity in the room, that in life you're going to have difficult times, but you're still doing good. You're still doing well. Who else did I miss? Zidane?
Preparations for the talented youth is going good. We have some challenges, but sometimes when you have challenges in life, you have to just push through.
Okay, push through. Wonderful. Brad?
As everybody else said, it's challenging, but for now it's fun.
Okay.
Learning new things every day.
Wonderful. And I'm hearing fun. You make sure that you're having fun throughout this process. Janaya?
Preparation is going good so far. I just need to learn everything and it will be there.
And you know what? You have a few more days. Make sure you continue to push through and continue to do as much as you can and the best that you can. And I know by Wednesday, if we have this conversation again, I'll be hearing, yes, I've conquered it now. I've got it, and I will be able to be successful. Tiana?
Preparation is going good. It's very exhausting and challenging, but if you want something done in life, you have to try, and it will done.
Okay. All right. So, did I get everybody in? Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions because I'm inspired by your responses, right? And based on your responses, it tells me that you have some very important people in your lives who have been guiding you and helping you, not just through this pageant, but who have given you a positive outlook on life and a good mindset, right? And so I want you to identify one person who you would say is your role model, okay? Outside of the show, tell me the person who is your role model and why is that person your role model. Then we'll talk about the show again.
My sister is my role model because she went in for a show already and she came queen.
Okay, what's her name?
Janika Matthew.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, who is your role model? Go ahead, Brad.
I don't have a role model. I have many role models.
Okay, can you give me one of the many?
My parents.
Okay, your parents.
My dad.
Okay, your dad. What's his name?
Mr. Davis Judge.
And what about your dad inspires you?
He's strong. He likes to help and he's caring.
Okay, wonderful. Anushka.
I have a lot. One of them is my parents, God, my sister, my nephew, and myself.
Okay, pick one of those. Okay, your own role model. That's a new one. But pick one out of that list and tell me why you view that person as a role model.
Myself.
Okay, tell me. Perfect. Tell me why you are your role model.
Because I am very confident and yeah.
Okay, wonderful. That's a new one from me, but I think it's it's called good, strong self-esteem and self-confidence. Sanar, we got you already? Okay. Kikona?
I have a lot of role models, but one of my role models is my auntie.
What's her name?
My auntie, Fiona Herbert. she went in for a show, a queen show, and she came queen. So yeah, she's my role model, and my mom and my dad, and my chaperone.
Okay, wonderful. Lashane?
Yeah, I would say I'm my role model because I always push myself to reach a limit. I never give up. Even when it's hard, going through hard situations, I never give up.
Wonderful. You're all becoming my role models very, very quickly. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Sanar, go ahead. I thought you did already. Go ahead, Sanar.
My role model is my aunt. She attended the show already. I don't know which show, but she attended one, and she placed. Her name is Siobhan Claxton. Yeah, and she's my role model. She's telling me how it will go on tough times. It will be tough times when you will feel a type of way. You have to push through and believe in God.
Awesome. Good, good. Shamar?
One of my role models is my cousin, Taika Brown. I've saw her won a lot of shows, so I said to myself, if my family can do it, I can do it.
Okay, good, 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 good. Tiana?
I am my own role model. At my old school, Joyce Neber, my head teacher in devotion, head teacher always tell us this word, ambit, you're ambitious, brilliant, intelligent, and talented, and everything that I am doing, and I say, my mind says I can't, I always remember those words, and I push forward.
All right, so we have some very inspiring persons in your lives, and let me tell you now, I am very impressed by all of you, because it shows that the future of Nevis is very bright. If you continue looking at the world the way you are, if you continue dealing with situations the way you're currently doing, then I know that you can continue to be role models, not just for yourselves, but for your classmates and schoolmates and persons who are younger than you as they continue to aspire to do great things. All right? So this morning I know that each of you has a chaperone. So we're going to talk about your chaperones. You're going to get a chance to say thank you to your chaperones and for all the persons who have been helping you so far in preparation for the show. And I also want you to say thank you to the persons at your school who have been here helping you and who have supported you, for example, your principals and teachers, and of course say good morning to your principals as well. So we're going to start with Tiana because she has the mic. Tiana, say good morning to and thank you. Is there anybody you'd like to say good morning and thank you to? And of course make sure that you mention your chaperones and your principal.
Good morning. I would like to say thank you to my head teacher, my chaperone, and everybody that is giving me and Shama support in the show.
Okay, and who's your chaperone?
Miss Brittany Brooks and other people.
Okay, and other people. All right, and of course, if you want to say good morning and thank you to your parents, you can do that as well.
I'd like to say good morning to my parents
but nobody knows who your parents are.
My parents is Anna K. Morrison and Kunito Griffin.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Tiana. Shamar?
I'm trying not to get in trouble, just in case I miss out anybody. So I'd just like to say good morning and thanks to everyone who has supported us, took the extra time out to help us to prepare.
All right. Okay, and I want you to say hello to your parents. You can't miss your parents because without your parents, you wouldn't even be here today. Literally, right? So, make sure to say good morning to your parents.
And thanks to my parents, Mr. Ignacio Utley and Miss Shamika Sutton.
Okay, wonderful. Sanar?
Hi. I would like to say good morning to my parents, Gareth Rivers and Samara Claxton, and I would like to say thank you, and my chaperone, Shakim and Miss Shabena. I'd like to say thank you for everything. Thank you for helping me and pushing me.
Okay.
I would like to say thank you to my chaperone, Mr. Shakim, and Miss Shabina, and I would like to say thank you to my dad. That makes me feel like a little prince.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful.
Morning. First, I want to say thank you to my parents, Miss Vera Herbert, Mr. Gerald Charles, and my chaperones, Mrs. Lawrence, Mrs. Davis, and Mrs. Brown. Then I want to say thank you to everyone who have been pushing me and helping me, and I really appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. I have to thank my parents, Miss Monroe and Mr. Steven Mattis, for doing everything that they have done for me, pushing me to my limit and everything that they have done for me. And I have to thank my chaperones, Miss Brown, Miss Brown, Miss Lawrence, and Miss Davis.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, over to Anushka.
I would like to thank my parents, Tommy Jeffers and Errol Newton, and I would like to thank the Almighty God. I would like to thank my chaperones, and they are Miss Lisa Lee, Miss Cazelle Williams, and Miss J.D. Keynes.
I would like to thank my parents, Sunrisa Matting and Verdell Hall, and I would like to thank my chaperones, Miss Lisa, Miss Williams, and JD. They've been there for me in the show that I really needed, and they've been pushing me to the limit.
I would like to say thank you everyone who has helped me getting prepared for the show, and those who have telling me to do things and say things that I don't know. And I'd like to say thank you to my mother and father and my stepfather, Miss Jennifer Liber Douglas, Mr. Sylvester Matthew, and Mr. Alvin Douglas.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So all of these persons have been contributing so far to your success. We're going to talk. I'm going to go over to Miss Wilkes for a few. Oh, we have
Zaquan.
We have Zaquan. Okay, before we wrap up, we have to get Zaquan a chance to speak since nobody knows about Zaquan. So we're going to give him a few minutes, and then Miss Wilkes, you're going to give the details of the show in terms of time, place, cost, and everything else that the public needs to know. Zaquan, good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Okay. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Zekwa Challenger, and I'm from the St. Thomas's Primary School. And
okay, Zaquan. So I talked to everybody a bit about their hobbies, what they like to do. What do you like to do in your spare time?
sleep.
Whoa. I love when they're so honest. All right, Zaquan, and what is your favorite subject?
Maths.
Math. I'm liking that I'm hearing some persons like math. Don't lose your love for math. And who's your teacher?
Miss Shondell Bernard.
Okay, Teacher Bernard. And of course, you have been doing several things in preparation for the show so far.
Yes.
How has it been for you preparing for the show?
It has been good and kind of exhausting.
Okay, but you're almost there.
Yeah.
All right. And so is there anyone you would like to thank or say good morning to? And I encouraged everyone to say good morning and thank you to your parents and to your chaperones and anybody else who you want to say thank you or good morning to.
I would like to say good morning to my mother, my father, aunts, other family members, and my chaperones, Miss Jasmine Charles and others.
Okay. All right. And of course, nobody knows the names of your parents, so you have to let us know who they are.
My parents are Renisha Hobson and Marvin Challenger.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so is there anything you would like to add, Zaquan? Not yet? Okay, so Miss Wilkes, we are here. I think we've gotten to know the contestants a bit, and they've gotten a little bit more comfortable over the course of the show, over the course of this show. And so we want to know a bit about the details in terms of inviting everyone to come on out, and then we'll allow each contestant to do their own invitation to the general public. So you can tell us about the details, the cost, the venue, and all of the other details, and then we'll come back to the contestants and they'll do their final call for everybody to come on out.
Okay. Actually, before I do that, I was amazed this morning. You know, I only know them by face. One or two I know maybe from the Gingerland area, but when I look at the contestants here, they are all talented, amazing children. And I know from what we have heard here this morning, the show is going to be spectacular. The show is on Sunday the 28th. That's just next Sunday. We know a lot of things taking place for Culturama and a lot of things taking place on that day. There's a Culturama Games and some other stuff. But I would like to tell the listening audience that the show is on and it starts exactly at 7 p.m. A national anthem is going to be done at 7 p.m. And we want you to be able to go to the Culturama Games but leave in enough time in order to get to see the children. The tickets are $40 for adults, $25 for children under 12. Okay, it's going to be a good show. As the children told you this morning, we are concentrating this year in sticking with the Culturama theme, love, passion, and pride. But we are also celebrating our past winners. So that first appearance is going to be a very, entertaining, educational appearance. So we don't want persons to come to the show just for the talent and the evening wear. We want them to come to that area because they are going to be going. We have had 32 winners, okay? And it's only 5 schools, so they are going to be choosing a group of winners too, and they are going to be telling the general public exactly who they are, what have they been doing, and their contribution, and so that is something we're looking forward to. In terms of the other activities, they did not get a chance to do all of our activities together because of how school ran. We had graduation for some, test the standard, those kind of things. But this afternoon we are having a social twin with the junior Kaisonians, and it's going to be at Double Deuce, and they're going to be having a fun time. It's educational as well as fun time. They would have gone to the cocktails where they mix, they mingle, they eat, they had a good time. They have been going to the icebreaker practice where they are meeting with each other, and that is also good. They would have done their promos, their picture taking. That was another fun time, okay? But right now they are concentrating on developing their skill, developing their talent, perfecting their act, because it's going to be a show to remember. So once again, I would just like the general public to know, next week, Sunday the 28th, 7 p.m. sharp, Cultural Complex. $40 for adults, $25 for children.
All right, so everybody, each school will now get a chance to invite everyone to come on out. I don't know if you choose to do it together or if you choose to do it separately, but we're going to start with St. Thomas's Primary School. Are we going to do it together or separately? Separate. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Janaya.
Sunday the 28th of 2019, the Nevis Culture Complex will be a playground as we display dramatic love with resilient passion while showcasing our national pride for Culturama 45. So be prepared.
All right. Zekwan?
On Sunday, July 28th, 2019, the Nevis Culture Complex will be our playground as we display dramatic love with resilient passion while showcasing our national pride for Culturama 45.
Okay, wonderful.
So be prepared.
All right, so come on out and support St. Thomas's Primary. Let's go to CPS. You're going to do it together or?
Separately.
You have to, if you're saying the same thing, you do it together. You have 2 separate things to say? Okay.
At the 28th of July, join us as we going for the talented youth and don't be late.
All right.
At the 28th of July, on the 28th of July, I want to invite you to the Nevis Cultural Complex to witness our talent, our evening wears, and our icebreaker. It would be exciting, so be there.
Wonderful. Ikona and Shane, you're saying the same thing? Okay. So, Shane, go ahead.
We're inviting you to come to the
We are inviting you to come to Culturama 45 next week Sunday, which is the 28th of July at 7 p.m. sharp. At 7 p.m. sharp. We are the stars of the Ivor Waters Primary School, so we are going to go on that stage. We are going to shine bright and do our best.
Okay, wonderful. Kikona?
We are inviting you to rally with us on the night of July 28th as we ignite the flames of love, passion, and pride for Culturama 45.
Okay, good. Sonar?
So save the date, Sunday, July 28th, at the Nevis Cultural Complex, 7 p.m. sharp. You can't forget, it's all about love, passion, pride for Culturama 45.
Awesome.
Just letting you know, at Sunday, July the 28th, at the Nevis Cultural Complex, we're going to have some phenomenal contestants, and come see us ignite the stage with love, passion, and pride for Culturama 45.
Very good. All right, together or? Okay. Go ahead, Tiana.
The Joycelyn Labo Primary School is ready and raring to go as we take part in the Caribbean Greatest Summer Line. On the 28th of July, the Cultural Complex is where you should be. So mark the date and don't be late, for this year it will be great. And yes, we are going to shock you and rock you as we showcase our love, passion, and pride for Culturama 45.
All right, and you're bringing down the curtains on the show, Shamar?
We are inviting you to the show of the century to witness the 5 schools compete for the talented Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant crown, as we showcase our love, passion, and pride for Culturama 45.
All right, so everybody knows where they have to be next week. And so we wish you a wonderful week. Next Sunday, the place to be, Nevis Cultural Complex, 7 p.m. sharp. And, of course, all of these wonderful young people will be there showcasing their talent and their personalities. I love them. You should love them, too. Come out and support them in their endeavors. See you next week when we have another edition of Youth on the Go.